have the great honor of presenting you our group. They were great. They had some great dynamic and a great energy, and it was really fun to work with them, and it was a pleasure and an honor to work with them. So I just wanted to say that it was really great. And they had to bear working with two Germans, so and we don't have a name for our community, our mini community, because we couldn't define ourselves. But I have found an expression yesterday in the night, and I saw. And I thought that it's ugly in English, it sounds ugly, but I think it's what describes us best. It's the fitting mismatches. So it's all different people from different backgrounds, different culture, we're also different, and somehow we would never work if we cross each other in the streets. But somehow it worked, we connected, and I feel like I'm really happy about that. I feel that it's working, so that's what we are. And yeah, and I feel we didn't write our name on the presentation, but I think you can find it a little piece of every one of us in it. So yeah, right.
Thank you. Okay, we would like to start. We're going to start the presentation about the project, and after that we'll talk about a little bit about the process in our community and how we come to this idea. And I'd like to start with the title. There was a lot about thinking about it, and it's want to integrate a home or house because it's local, the village, it's small, it's something that's a place where you want to go. And also we wanted to add some kind of exchange, because I think that's important. It's not one way, so the people coming here and they only observe the nature and go back, but they're also bringing something to this place, and that's why we added transfer and knowledge of skills. And it's traditional, but it's also the future. Connects in a way, and I think in a good way, and that's why we added explore tradition and build the future.
It's our motto.
It's our motto, yeah. So the first one is the title, the other one is the motto. So now we want to show you the agenda.
Yeah, so here we have our symbol, and our logo.
Draw it.
Really
draw it.
So we purposely chose a little sprout coming out of the soil, because that symbolizes our project, which we want to see growing into something really beautiful that would benefit everybody. And of course, the circular shape also has a symbolic meaning related to our project, which will be explained a little bit later. And of course, there we have our motto, explore tradition and build the future. And now you get to hear the where, what, how, and why. Well, this is the most important questions about job. And we can use the building which local people give us, and we must renovate, as you can see. It will be a social exercise for everyone, because local people can tell how they imagine the new building, and we will be doing this together as local and global.
Yeah.
So what is the project about? Basically, it's two-way courses or two-way education. So the main idea is to bring people to be taught something by by the locals, and these same people to teach something to locals. And that's about our motto, because actually we are teaching the non-locals traditional stuff, and the non-locals teach the locals like
non-traditional
future stuff, yeah. Not traditional stuff. So we established several things that can get our local community, the local community here can teach the others, and that's about it. It's a set of categories, as you can see. The first is like arts, and the second part of the crafts are exactly the crafts. And we also established some ecological classes like farming and caring about animals, etc. So, for example, not only this can be like education, but also fun stuff. So, yeah, that's the first by the locals, and Diana will present the others.
And exactly what Max said, that we want to take some courses from the locals. We want to involve them as well to take some courses which we think they will be useful for them. Because when we talked some days ago with a lady, and we asked her, how do you sell your car? We said, hey, I know some people, they come sometimes, to sell something, and we discovered that actually they don't have so good management skills. So our idea is we're going to work with experts, students, teachers, and the people who we attract. They can show them some basic computer knowledge. It will help them build their system or grow up, connect with different people on the internet. So, now is all this global media, so all these things, it will be very helpful for them. And it comes to social media marketing. The business mentoring is exactly for these people who don't know really how to sell their production. They can give them some better ideas. They will mentoring them. So it will be easier for them, because whatever we speak, it's all about the money after. The people are not here because they don't have money. And if they have the skills how to sell better their products, it will be better for them. The other thing is, like yesterday we talked with Jordanka, and she said she needs actually people who are going to help her with the projects. This is our idea. So if we have people who can take care of the whole year about this and support the NGO organizations here because they are working. I mean, we are not doing anything new, but we can support this the whole year. And this will be great by new ideas, new connections, and things like this. So this is our idea, what the local people will have need from all these courses, and I think we can manage it to do it. Now Gary will present the next slide. Thank you very much.
So these three spheres are actually the way that Philip gave us to how to organize our thoughts to do some things. But it's actually the very definition of sustainability. The social sphere, the environmental sphere, the economy sphere. And we, as an example, for some of the activities that we are planning to do in this educational home, we choose, for instance, the carpet weaving courses. The next slide. Because carpet weaving is actually was a very, very important aspect of the local development at the beginning of the century, and it could be also in the future maybe an engine for the sustainable development of the local people. So of course, if you do a Chiprovtsi carpet by a natural way, you use plants from the environment, then this is a social activity, and it's forming the local culture. And of course, very important, the product is boosting the local economy. This could be the perfect case, yes. So we have this idea, for instance, to make that students make summer practices here. Our educational home, together with university, like New Bulgarian University, for instance, and even some foreign institution, some German and French institution, maybe some Chinese institution. They could offer, for instance, a course for carpet making for students in design studies. This is just an example. And they could get credits for it. And in exchange, those people who has learned them to this exotic skill, because it looks really nice in a CV of a designer to do something like this. So the local people could gain some other competences like language lessons or so on from the students. But it's actually not a new idea, but this time we have the opportunity to do it through this educational home with, where there will be people to supervise the process, because in the university could include that in their curriculum. So someone would supervise the students while doing this course in carpet layering, and someone would supervise him also while he or she is giving this language lesson. And in the end, the people could get a real certificate. So once the people that are doing the carpet weaving could get a certificate, and also the people here who are taking language lessons could take a certificate from the university or from this institution. But it's really important to be supervised, to be somehow structured, so that we have a real results, and it could be recognized by the society and by the state. And another idea that came to me in the last minutes is like this this educational home could be really used as a place for practice for many different students from different backgrounds and subjects at university, even political studies. Because here we have this problem that the Chiprovtsi carpets are really not very cared for from the state. And some political studies students could do a lobbyist campaign to do this, because this is what is needed. And I should say that governmental people, the people in the presidency, in the Council of Ministers, they're using the Chiprovtsi carpets as some kind of advertisement for Bulgaria. They're giving Chiprovtsi carpets as gifts to other heads of states and so on. And they're using this value, and in the same time they don't give anything in return. So we should make them do something. And some lobbyist campaign designed from students together with local authorities, I believe this could be really of use for everyone.
Is someone here asking why are we doing this? Yeah. Because this is great. It gives so much mutual benefits for the local, the visitors, everybody's having fun, of course, because it's social, and you could meet new people, interesting people as well. And when new people come, the region will get recognizable, because when you come back, oh, where were you? I was in Chiprovtsi, and they're like, where is that? And you start saying, and yeah, that's all. I mean, that's good. It will increase the economy so much, because when people come, they will talk to other people. It's social activity. And the knowledge exchange is, we think it's amazing, because you could teach so so many things, and you could learn so many things just in 1 week, that if you stay in home, maybe you won't be able to. And it will be fun, because after the teaching stuff, you go drink stuff like this. So
Strong point. The result.
Thank you so much.
just I want to say one thing. Before you start any questions, I like to say that those guys were just amazing. It was such an honor for me.
For you?
Yeah. So David was saying, Marie is so much more German than me, and I was like, what do you mean? And after a couple of days, I guessed it. She was just so strict, so organized.
Shame on you,
Thank you.
They were really great, and we can talk more about the process when we will exchange the process we use, because I think it really worked. I just want to say that thank you to all of you, thank you to the organization, because it was a great experience also for us. It was really learned a lot, and in such a few days it's really amazing. Even the first hours we learned a lot. So the first hours when we get there was nobody, but then everybody arrived. We learned a lot. And thank you for the great people from the local. It was really great to stay at Elsie's house, and she was amazing. She's just so sweet, because we can't communicate because we don't speak the same language, but she's just so sweet, and it shows. And I think she's a great example of the people from here, because they have so much to give, and they're so willing to give. So I just want to say thank you for the community and the structure and everyone. Well, yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Благодаря на Бог, че ви има.
Thanks that you're here.
Благодаря на Бог, че ви срещнах.
She's very happy and she thinks that
Благодаря
she
на
need
Бог,
to.
че няколко дена в Чипровци имаше живот.
And she's very thankful that because of us, at least for a few days in Chiprovtsi, there was alive.
Вие сте прекрасни.
You're wonderful
Вие ще промените света.
and you will change the world.
Действайте с забавление, с много любов. Всичко, което чух, беше по Библията. Четете Библията. Обичайте се, защото Бог е любов, Бог е светлина, Бог е мир, Бог е радост, Бог е щастие. Всичко най-прекрасно като вас.
Merci.
И молете се на Бог, идеите ви да се осъществят за 1 година, за 2, за 3, за 10. Да има обмен, ще има живот. Бях се отчаяла, но вие ми дадохте ми вяра, че нещата просто ще се променят. Няма да бъде все така тъжно.
I just want to translate for everybody her last sentence because anyhow. She get lost any hope that maybe one day something can happen here. And now when she's here, because she learned what we are doing just 2 days ago, she's very happy and she believes that because of all of you, because of our organizations, there is at least some hope for the things, for Chiprovtsi, for some change, for some development.
That for the whole world.
Много ви обичам.
И ние.
Така Действуй.
Okay, so are you going to talk about the process? Yes, we would really like to hear about the process.
About the process of what?
Yes.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that great question.
You almost forgot. Okay, so process? Yes, we're listening.
Ще помоля само моят екип да ред, за да може да се извадим има въпроси.
Okay.
Two first groups, 15 minutes for discussion.
Alright.
Okay, so
Давай стойте си. Yeah, just go there.
You like designers today.
Да правим една обща дискусия.
Smile.
Калине, вие въпроси бих искала, не случайно сме ви поканили. Впечатления, въпроси към нашите прекрасни модели.
okay, so I will maybe start with it because we didn't explain how we work. So maybe I will just start with that and show how it goes. At first, it was a question of meeting and understanding our point of view and understanding what we will be doing together. And it was first trying to force people to connect isn't easy. We don't know each other, we have to do something together, but the common goal is not enough. So we had to find a way to connect, and somehow we decided to, each of us take a few minutes to decide what is our goal, what is our dream. If I use Philip, because Philip was with us at the beginning, so I had to quote him. He said, let's just take a few minutes on ourselves and decide what is our dream, how do we see the place here, and how do we expect the people here to see the place, because it's not us, it's also for the local. So it was just a question of finding our dream. And when we met again, we realized that we all had the same common dream. And it was really interesting to see that we all had different ideas on how to achieve that dream, but in the end we had the same dream. So that was mainly our first step, and that's how we try to connect. Then I just asked, what brought us here? We have the same dream, that's the future. How come we're here at that place at that moment? What is happening there? And craziness. And I think it was good because we learned a lot about each other in just a few minutes. And Gary also gave us, we have plays, we have games where we just didn't think about that, but we just think about learning each other. And I think that was a great game, so thank you for just playing around. I think those first steps are really important when you try to build a working team in every context. I think it's important to define what is your goal, what brought us here, and just to connect with each other. We went to swim in the river also, it was really nice. It's a 30-minute walk from here, but it was really nice. And it wasn't wasted time at the end because I think it really, that was the first basis on which we could build our home. So our home also not structured but in our heart. So I think that was really important to have that. Then we just use our, we try, with David, we try to not be German and we try to not influence. We try not really hard not to influence the process because we didn't want to come and bring our structure for another project that could be completely inadapted to the local circumstances. So we just try to hold back and just see what is happening because there was alchemy and we didn't want to disturb that. So we tried not we try to get involved with giving ideas just like the other, but not giving a structure. And I think that that worked pretty much better than as if we would give our structure and say, okay, do that, it's just not working. So we just said we know nothing.
But you did a great job.
And
Also,
yeah.
you were laughing to all the stupid jokes.
And you survived many stupid jokes.
I survived many stupid jokes. Translated sometimes from Bulgarian to English and then to German, and somehow it's lost. But it was great, and I think that was important. And of course, at the end, David came and said, "Okay, I have my PowerPoint as a technical guide." So we reconquered our presentation altogether. But I think that's really important that it was from a piece of each other's. And what I want to say also that maybe two little. It's also positive points, but it's less. It's different matter. The first is that maybe we had fear that he would be too external, because we had only Gary and Philip who knew really the community from here, so we were a bit afraid that we would be like talking about something completely different. But I think why not also? But we were a bit afraid about that, so maybe we are missing some connection to the real place. Maybe with the help of other group we will make it more concrete. And the second point is that I said we had Philip in our group, and is a great guy. I don't want to judge his personality, that's not my place to do so. But in a group, he has 12 years, if I understood correctly, he has 12 years of experiences, and he has so much knowledge, and he has feedback on what works and what doesn't work. But the problem is that it completely kills the dynamic of the group, because he knows, and they don't know, and it's great. He should, I think, next year you should give him time to do presentation because he knows so much things. But when you're trying to build a room on the nothing and someone is already knowing everything, it's just not working at some point.
But somehow he's making a presentation live, not here.
Yeah, not in that context, but giving space and time to share the knowledge.
I offered him to share to show in this show this Dream Dragon.
Yeah.
Because he explained something about this. I thought it would be absolutely on our topic, but he didn't want.
Yeah, I can imagine when I see the character of him. I can
imagine I already shared it.
Yeah, he shared with us this dragon thing when we were outside. We got the point,
yeah.
But Philip is every year make a big lecture in our Prague University. This time he chose to act like this. It's his choices. You can see all his lectures and the videos on our site.
It's great. His knowledge has value, but maybe not in that space.
He's taking it every day. I mean, when you're talking with him, he's talking not only for this, but he's giving you everything. Yeah. If you want to go on an exercise in the morning, he's the first one who will wake up at 6 o'clock. He's going to do the best of himself. And when he was here on one of the presentations, he just left. And I was asking him, why are you going, are you leaving? And he told me, no, I just can't stay here. I'm like free, my mind is somewhere else, and I have my way to learn people or something. This is every day.
But since he's not here, let's stop talking about it.
I think he's here.
He's definitely here. I think also in your own space. I think he's there. It's great, I'm not judging the not negative points.
This is my...
I understand the same.
Yeah.
And there is some part of that we have to do to become these our dreams and ideas reality. And we have a meeting with Philip on Tuesday to actually write a project.
I would like to say that I loved really very much the title of this educational home is really very, very beautiful. I find it.
Gary was with the home too much.
And I have a question to group 2. Two questions in group 2. Have you become community, your group, during the process of working? What was the process working, what happens, what were the stages. And after that I have only also one question to Jana. What does the mayor told you? And only one question to the another group for personally to Gena. Was they your children, your 4 children enjoy the process of working, and will they join in?
Just my daughter Joyce is in the group. She said she wants, but after she forgot, I think. My kids, if you ask me about the whole thing,
Yeah.
I totally enjoyed it, and I'm so grateful to all of you, because what I always want to teach my children is that your family is not only in your blood, but it's in the same heartbeating people who have the same heartbeat, and I think here they found some family. So
Leave them here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you created a community together. It was a nice experience, and yeah, and but you have something about you to say? Or,
Go ahead.
And she had something about her when she's a kind of dictator. But yes, you must to say because it's you and you are. So don't know. And yeah, you what is yes the process of working. It was at the beginning we listened Philip. He has a good way of working on 3 points, and we make time for dreaming. What is your dream? What is your dream? Yeah. And each person say what they want and what they like to dream. And for example, we are focusing on the idea of Milena, and she talked about center, and at the beginning was the festival, and after the center, and we are focusing on this idea, and after Elena as thinking why do not they realize some interviews and some questionnaires, and I say it's a very good idea, and after we realize a kind of survey, surgical scientific methods.
From these interviews, we get lots of ideas, because we don't share with you that Eco is ready to plant some to make a color path, to go in the forest to plant some plantage, and after that, when they are grown enough, he can go with some tourists and show them the plants which we see in the garden of the school, but it will be really interesting to be that in the forest, in the nature
space, to have big space.
Also, the thing with medium and small enterprises, the idea comes from the principal, the headmistress of the school, and other things. We have a lot of ideas from the locals.
And from the museum, because Lena spoke to some people here, and they told her about all the things that they have, but they don't have space to show them. So it needs some renovations, some extensions.
And we think that a main point should be focused on history, because from those who were here last year, we all know that about the cave of Kozarnica. I think it's Elena's time to present that cave to those who are here for the first time.
Okay, go first to the Kozarnica, and then I will go back to your question. Just very short.
I have also a question.
Yeah,
so
need 2 minutes, please.
Okay.
So just what I want to say to the Kozarnica, that it's something that really something very interesting. What I was very disappointed to understand that people living here, they don't know about it. And as an archaeologist, I know that there are people with other opinions here. For me, it's one of the two oldest person in Europe. It's something like 1,060,100 years. The dates in archaeology for that period are not so precise, so it's why. And for me, it's something that really can help for the development of the region. Then for your question about groups, the dynamic, and did we really make a team? My personal feeling, I don't know if everybody shared that opinion. It was at one stage, almost every one of us was a little bit feeling not really lost, but wondering why, how, when, and so on. And it maybe was one of the things that helped us first to make to have a really very interesting proposals, because we're 8 and all of us we come from very different social sectors, and we have very different interests and so on.
Generation and also part of the world.
Yes. So I think that we really have a way to be complementary, and that complementary allowed us to do what we did.
So, and your question?
Firstly, I want to thank everybody from the team, because we were really different, but somehow we made it through and worked together hard. And maybe we didn't present some of the ideas, and maybe it's not perfect, but it's still good work, and we have some good ideas. And just thank you. We are really different, and even we didn't understand each other that much, because when me and Jeremy went to see the mayor, we were talking. So he asked me if I like Nirvana, and I heard you look like your mother. Yeah, for me, I think he's willing to help, but he doesn't know some stuff about the people. He thinks that most of people are not willing to help and lost all motivation, but we had interviews, and that's not true, obviously, because people are willing to help in different ways, and there were some skeptic people, but they were willing to help too. So he may be wrong, and he thinks that Chiprovtsi's future is like cheese and food, but I think carpets are like the most interesting thing here, and they should be kept.
Wow. I should just want to say that it's interesting the point of view of the mayor, because every once in a while we know from our sources that there are meetings, gatherings that the mayor is hosting. And on these meetings, the purpose of this meeting is to connect the locals with the municipality and with the institutions, and to clear up the ideas and the needs of the region. And on these meetings, there are a lot of young people who have really big ideas and have proposals and make statements. And they really want to show that they want to be involved. They are interested in this place. And somehow the mayor doesn't know about that. He is present on every meeting. He hears all the stuff that are coming from the young people, and now he says that they're not motivated and they don't want to get involved. I mean, that's a big question. Why? It's interesting.
No municipality here?
Yes. No municipality. So yeah,
I think that it confirms what we try to explain, that it's really doesn't need a resolution. I really don't know how to do it in any language. For me, it's just not even in neurons.
Okay, so yeah, that's
the municipality.
I'd like to know something about your impression, because we come from the first time in Chiprovtsi, and it's about your communication with old people, because I saw you in the front of the municipality searching of people in the street with.
Right. Well, throughout the week I had a chance to meet quite a wide range of local people. In fact, I saw one earlier. And mainly, I might say mainly older people. I like to connect more with young people, but our thread was more or less to find out what people, the senior citizens of the community felt, because they obviously have a life history here. They have good knowledge, not just in skills but sociologically as well. So yeah, and we met this interesting old guy, and he virtually told us almost a lot of things in like 5 minutes in the baking hot sun.
Yeah.
He stood there. And
3 o'clock.
And he said, well, you know, we've tried this, we've tried that. We had the high school, it was a national school for carpet making, and it didn't work. You know, we've got this funding from the Nordic community for these eco center and so on. And he says, we asked, well, what do you think is the future? And he said, as we said in the presentation, I said, well, it's tourism, isn't it? I mean, he said it like that, as if there could be no other solution. I personally believe there are a number of solutions. I think tourism is one avenue, but I think there are certainly a great number of potential possibilities for this region. Having seen similar models in different places throughout the world, as I mentioned yesterday, New Lanark is a kind of working historical village. So there are really many things. Of course, we can't neglect young people. Young people are very slow to embrace the past, and they're more interested in the future. And I think this is what was really good about your idea, to bring some kind of innovation and have a very wide range of activities and things that are educational, especially because education is it's our only weapon.
It's maybe also some of the projects that the mayor don't stop, because what we learned that they already had some computer courses and stuff like that. So, and there are people that went and they were very happy, and they're really a lot of motivated person ready just to go to learn more things, to get involved in all that.
I also want to connect our presentation and our small interviews research with their presentation. They have a question where, but I think that nobody here knows that there is a building which is under construction now, and people who are living here, they show us where it is, that building. We didn't see it, but we know where is it. And it will be a center. It's supposed to be that cultural center, and yes.
Okay, good. We give our ideas to them.
Yeah,
very good.
I think that's really, you're right. That's what we've got to do, is give our ideas to them,
Yes,
and also come away from this week with whatever data that we've got. I mean, I know that some of you, you're doing your undergraduate studies or your master's degree, so you're kind of like going that way. But for more people who are interested in investigating a lot of other avenues, that's what you should do. And then there's always the internet. We can keep connected, and we can keep building this. You know, so I'm personally very excited. I was really. Meeting Philip was a great eye-opener. It was just like I'd met a long-lost friend. It was just, as soon as I saw him, he saw me. It was like...
Philip touched everyone.
Yeah, it does. It kind of touches you like that. You know, he's got excellent leadership skills. He's got great knowledge, and he's got energy. He's a good listener as much as he is a good speaker. And so that's been great. Meeting Frank and David and Marie and all the academics that have presented throughout the week has been brilliant, and I think we can really form a very good community of practice from this week.
I just want to mention that we forgot to mention that Kalin's girlfriend was with us also, so we a little thought about her because she had to leave, but she was with us. She was really important. She was participating. Just one more.
All right, great.
Only 5 minutes.